Hello and welcome to the session where we're going to look at using the modern scholarship systems to create our own services and our own microsystems and so on. In most of the administrative functions in any kind of modern scholarship system where you are going to create something and grant other people access to those things, you will need to do some management of your user groups. So here you'll find in this particular system in Makerspace, which is about code editing, you'll find a membership manager. And then in this membership manager, you'll find a list of groups here. So this will be the list of groups that you have created. So to create a group, you go here under Group Editor and you provide a code and a label for that group and you click Create. And then, of course, as you select the groups, it will update the group specifics, and you can change the name and you can delete the group and so on. So you can edit your groups here, and you'll have noticed that as I was clicking here, it was reloading the list of group members. So we want to create groups, and we want to attach resources to those groups, and we also want to be able to edit the members in those groups. So to add a member to a group, you search for that member here. So it might be that you're aware that there's a certain person that's available that wants to join the group. Then you go ahead and, for instance, you enter a name and you say search, and then you'll find all entries for that person. So you select the correct entry, and then you can add that person to the group by going here under Add Membership. So the member is highlighted, and as you select other members, you'll see that it updates here. So you select the member of interest, and then you select the group of interest. So you can go back here and select your group, and you'll find down here that a role has been appearing as well. So you can specify the role of that member in that group. And you'll find that there are different roles defined for different groups. So for instance, here in my undergrad teaching, there are two roles, lecturer and student. Among my postgrads, I've got supervisor, masters, and PhD students, and so on. So you can have multiple roles for each group. And so you can specify the role of that person in that group, and you click Add Membership, or you remove the membership here. And a person may have multiple roles in a group as well. So that's how you can edit a specific member. Now, I've shown how you can add groups, but we also want to know about adding roles. So if you go back to the group editor, so we talked about this part, editing the group itself. And then down here, you'll also find a role editor. So you can define a code for a role and a label for a role. So this is just more descriptive text, whereas the code is sometimes used in the code. And then you can specify a level here. So typically you'll want to specify levels between 0 and 50. So level 50 means that it's an admin level person in the group, and that person can edit everything and see everything. Level 25 typically means you can edit all entries and resources and memberships in the group. And level 10 typically means you can only view in that group. So you can specify a level for a specific role, and then you can allocate the roles to the different people in the group. And so that's how you can manage your groups. You can create your groups. You can create the roles in the groups. You can search for people on the system, and you can add those people to the groups. What about if people don't exist in the system? Well, you can add them here. So you can add in the addresses of people that you want to invite to create an account and start looking for your resources and applying to enter your group. So you can do all that here. So under Add Multiple Members, you can create a list of entries. So for instance, here I'm just going to create a comma separated list, and then you will specify a postfix. So for instance here, this is going to create name1 at acme.asd and then name2 at acme.asd and so on. So you can add multiple people to a specific group, and you can allocate them to a particular role as well. Right, so that's everything you need to know about creating groups, adding members to groups, editing the roles in the groups, and so on.